Welcome back to the Upper Echelon podcast where we keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Because why? Because we ain't never ever scared. Hit that like button on your way in and make sure that you do that to get me back in the algorithm, okay? Because I'm sure that I'm somewhat out of it because I haven't been live. Probably in like what? How long has it been, y'all? Like 2 weeks, maybe? Yeah, I haven't been live in like maybe 2 weeks or so. Maybe a little under 2 weeks, maybe like 12 days, something like that. But either way, I definitely have been gone longer than I've ever been gone since I have began my YouTube platforms. And you know what, guys? It has felt so good to just sit it out for a little while and just, get some of my stuff together and focus on, life and everything like that. But I did miss you all. I'm going to let you guys know kind of what I've been up to a little bit. And we're going to catch up a little bit. And I'm going to let you know what some of my plans are. So, hey, everybody coming in the room, hit that like button again. Get me back in the algorithm because I think that I may be out of it. Also, make sure that you share this live stream to your platforms if you have one. And hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I go live, because if y'all know me by now, y'all should know I do not schedule my lives. To be honest with y'all, I'm gonna get into that, but I go live whenever I get the chance to, because I see Danny said random. I know, like I hit that live button whenever I have the opportunity to nowadays, and then also whenever I kind of want to talk about something. One of the things I do want to say is that what you'll find with not social media, but YouTube per se. I'll speak on YouTube because that's what a lot of these CCs, if that's what you want to call them, a lot of these CCs go live just because they need to get their revenue up for the month. So say you don't go live for 4 or 5 days, live button and talk about anything just to say you went live. I personally, I'm not like that. If I don't have anything that I really want to talk about, if I don't have anything of quality to bring to you guys, or something that, I've been researching, or a message that I really want to share, I'm just not going to hit live, especially if I'm not in the mood. I'm not going to make myself be in the mood to go live, because it's not going to be a very good live if I don't have, anything interesting that I want to discuss. So that's another reason why I haven't really been going live, is because, I really just had to I'm going to be transparent with y'all. I just have not been in the mood. You know what I mean? I haven't been in the mood. A lot of what's been going on YouTube in this particular sector has been extremely draining. Not just, even though I haven't been in it per se, technically, I say, even though, people still talk about me, I say I haven't been in it because, I don't respond to that stuff. So, but it's been extremely exhausting to watch. I kind of feel sorry for the supporters as well, because it's a shame that you guys have to hear that. I've seen supporters, I'm going to take a break and I'll just be back when things calm down, because I'm just not, it's draining. It really is. You got enough going on in your regular life. You got your own challenges that you have to face, your own obstacles that you have to get through. And then you get on YouTube for a little bit of wind down and relaxation time to hear your favorite CC. And all it is a bunch of yelling, cursing, screaming, fighting, carrying on, and just being extremely ignorant. And I feel very sorry for the people. I know y'all, but I feel very sorry for the people that came in supporting us the way that they did on a particular story, and then somehow we ended up here. And the people that support us, they want to support us, I think, but I think that it's also kind of draining for them to watch as well. I could just imagine, it's just been a whole clown show going on. So let me read some of my comments. Hey, K Brown. Hey, Angel Jones. Also, if you would like to donate to my channel, you see my Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. It's not a requirement, but if you would like to, that's my Cash App, $UPP 1987. Angel. Everything is going really well with my puppy. She's really good. She's a little destructive, but that's to be expected. But everything is going really, really, really well. I got her house broken very quickly, surprisingly. You know, she had a little accident up in here a couple of times when I initially got her, but I corrected that, and now she knows to go outside and she'll wait. She's actually in her crate right now, so I'm crate training her. That's going really well. She's very smart. She knows what you're saying. She listens. You know, she has her mishaps, but you know, like I said, that's to be expected. How you doing, Lasonder? I'm happy to see you. Hey, Treasure Life. Hey, Spicy Brown. Kimberly. Hey, April. Dreamy Girl said, what happened to Keisha? You know what? Keisha done got deleted. We're gonna have to start a whole new story with the Sims, y'all. I'm so sorry about that. We're gonna start a whole new story line for the Sims 4. I don't know when, but we are. Hey, I'm Chosen. Hey, Rosalind. Hey, Forever Blessed. I think I said hi to Angel. Hey, Tracy Hicks. Hey, Robin Buttercup. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Sugar Pop. Hey, Miss Lovely. Danny said it's been like a month. Has it? Y'all, let me tell you something. One thing about me is I really, really, really value and enjoy my peace of mind. When it comes to my peace of mind, I don't let anything get in the way of it. I value my mental health, and if something is, I think that my lifestyle. Hold on one second. I think that my lifestyle, my career, and I think that I go through here go this dog. I think I go through enough chaos as it is. So when it comes to something that I don't have to deal with, like if I have an option to deal with it, if it's chaotic and there's an option there saying that I don't have to deal with it, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and not deal with it. Life is too short. There's people out here, sick, dying from diseases, mourning loved ones, wars going on. The economy is all screwed up, inflation. It's just a lot happening in the world that we have to hear and that we're subjected to on a daily basis. So it's like, if you have the choice on whether or not you want to deal with foolishness and, quite frankly, this word may be offensive to some, but buffoonery, because that's what it is buffoonery. Then I think that you should make the decision not to deal with it if you don't have to. And that's really where I've been at with it. I ain't gonna lie, I've been in the bushes watching. It can be entertaining sometimes, but like every day, y'all, every day. It's just like, I feel, this is what I think. Some people may say like your mental health is not strong if you're unable to survive an environment, even if the environment is online or virtual. But I think quite the opposite. I actually think that if you are able to thrive and survive in a chaotic, disruptive environment and not feel any way about it and be comfortable in that space, I think that there's something wrong with you. Like if you think that it's okay to wake up negativity, thrive in negativity, enjoy negativity, laugh at negativity, I think there's something wrong with you. I think it's totally normal to remove yourself away from an environment that is toxic and out of control and chaotic. But if I see you're thriving in that environment, and one, it tells me that you're used to chaos, which is not good. 2, it tells me that you enjoy chaos. And if you enjoy chaos, that's a clear indication that there's something wrong with your mental health. So I totally get when people say, you know what, I need a social media break or whatever, I remember, again, this is a moment of transparency. I remember like back in the day when I used to when I used to follow certain content creators. Sweet Ma was one of the content creators that I used to follow before I made my platform. And this is before like the saga came about, and it used to kind of get on my nerves. Like, damn, she's not consistent enough. Like, she don't be online. Like, one minute she putting out some fire shit, and then next thing you know, you turn around, you don't see her for another 15, 20 days. Like, where you at, girl? Because you know you enjoy seeing your favorite content creator. But now that I'm doing it and I'm in content creation and I'm blogging and all of that, I understand. I understand. You know, you sometimes have to take a step back and maybe even just sit in the bushes and just watch. But to actually be involved and be in the middle of it, it's a bit draining. You know what I mean? So I definitely think it's super healthy to just say, you know what, this week I'm just gonna maybe even just watch from the bush, but I'm not gonna be involved. You know, I think that that's totally fine. Hey, Open Book. Hey, everybody that I haven't spoken to. Hey, Raquel, Sabi. Hey, Beverly. Who else did I miss that came in? Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Shanta. Hey, Lolo. I'm just trying to get everybody, y'all. Who else up in here? And then look at some comments. Thank you, I'm chosen. Hey, Tanya Lewis. Oh, Cheryl, Cheryl, she's fine, totally fine. Because see, the thing is, she has no choice but to be fine. Because, you know, it ain't nothing she could do about it. My dog is not going anywhere. So she ain't got no choice. Hey, Nika. Who else is in here? Rewa, how you doing? Raquel said, I just said that to two young ladies arguing at work last week about life being short. Yeah, I mean, and it's so true. You know, I think when you reach a certain age too, you start to appreciate life a little bit more. You know, I'm not like, you know, I don't even really want to use the word old, but you know, I'm still relatively, you know, younger. I'm still in my 30s. So, but I'm at the point now in my life where it's like, damn, you know, it seems like these 37 years that I've lived have been a really, really, really long time. Does anybody have those thoughts? Y'all, this is just a casual talk about anything, y'all. I don't know if you guys have those thoughts, but I have those thoughts quite often. You said my mic is cutting in and out. You guys can't hear me well. Let me scroll all the way down. Drop a 1 if I'm clear. If I'm not clear, drop a 2. So if clear 1, unclear 2, and then I'll continue. I'm trying to see if my sound is okay. It could be my mic. It could be my internet. I don't know. I'm trying to see if my hey, I've been going so long. Can you guys hear me clearly? Hey, Veronica. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Krisha. I don't know. So okay, you can hear. Okay, Dreamy Girl said I'm very choppy. Okay, I don't know. 2. Robin says 2. Maybe I should change my source of it's in and out. Okay, so let me see if I can change my internet source and see if maybe that could. I changed the internet that I was connected to and connected to my other device. So hopefully that's more clear. Drop a 1 and let me know if you hear a difference at all. But what I was trying to say, you guys, was, do you guys ever feel like that? Because I just saw a comment that said, you know, life is too short. I don't know. I feel like at a certain age, you begin to think about how much life that you've lived. And like I said, I feel like I'm still relatively somewhat younger just because I'm in my 30s. You know what I mean? So, but you know, oftentimes I sit and I think like, damn, I'm in my 30s, but it seems like the 30, thank you, True Slayer. The 30 years that I have, the 30 some odd years, 37 years that I have lived have seemed like a very, very long time. And I'm like, man, you know, God willing, I live another 37 years and even more than that. So I have so much life, you know, left to live. But at the same time, even though it seems like that 37 years took a long time to acquire, when you really think about it, it really hasn't been that long. So it's like, life moves so fast, and wasting it away with arguing. And I can't imagine being 50 and 60, because when you get to those ages, when you get a little up in age, you have lived more life than you have left to live. So I just can't imagine, somebody of a more mature age range to be involved in such craziness and wasting so much time. And I guess some may say, the money is good with all of the drama and stuff like that, but I totally disagree. I think that all money is not good money, and if it number one, it's not worth my mental health. Number two, it's not worth my reputation. So it's just certain things that I just feel like I'm just not going to get on here and go live and entertain or engage with. Because another thing is, like, when you sit back and watch, when you're in it, you don't realize how ridiculous you look and sound when you in it. And then we all, like I've said before, I've fallen short. You don't realize how ridiculous you look and sound until you're outside watching. And that's another thing that I've been doing while I haven't been live for these 2 weeks or so. Like, I kind of just have been watching, and as I'm watching, I'm like, these people really, a lot of this stuff sounds crazy as hell. It really does. It sounds crazy as hell. It's actually kind of embarrassing. I'm like, damn, this is awesome. This is what our supporters been listening to. Damn, this shit crazy. Dreamy Girl said time is valuable, can't get it back, don't know how much time we have either. We don't know the time nor the hour. And so yeah, that's kind of just what I've been doing, sitting back, watching what's going on, and really just shaking my head and laughing. Because I'm like, I have not been live in so long, and I'm still hearing my damn name. And it's just funny to me that it's funny to me. I'll just say that it's funny to me. I can't even get mad at a lot of it anymore, because another thing, is, as a CC, when you really realize, nobody literally knows me on here. Nobody knows what I do on a daily basis. Nobody knows how hard I work, what type of parent that I am, the friends that I have, the family that I have, how hard I've worked to acquire what I have. And it's just like, people just get on here and just say any damn thing. You can't do shit but laugh at it, y'all. Really and honestly. A True Slayer said, it's okay to know that certain situations and people are beneath you. And that's really what it is. And you know what I want to say too, though, is, I've been noticing from certain CCs a change in behavior. And it's just really been wonderful to see. If y'all could go back like some months in the past, there was a few CCs that was just going back and forth every day. It was one, if it wasn't one thing, it was something else. If it wasn't this, it was that. If it wasn't arguing with this person, it was arguing with that person. So from what I see is, there's been a few CCs that I see that just are not engaging. They're doing their content. They're focusing on building their channel. And I admire that. And I think that it's such a wonderful thing and it builds character, it builds strength to know that somebody is trying to disparage your character and speak negatively of you. And then also to spread it to people and still have the strength to be able to say, I'm not going to respond to that. I think that is a very strong thing to do. It takes absolutely no discipline, no strength to, hit the live button and totally degrade somebody, call them all up out of their name, and really make a big fool of yourself. It really doesn't take any discipline or intelligence to do something like that. And it's not admirable at all. But what is admirable is to watch somebody sit back and listen to themselves be talked about in such a horrible manner, and have the strength enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to respond to that, because that stuff is not true. And I know that stuff is not true. So I'm not going to entertain it. So big shout out to those CCs who have had like a huge turnaround and change of behavior and just not responding to the foolishness. Because one thing about uh people is, well, not all people, but oftentimes with some people, things are said because they want a reaction out of you. They want that conflict with you. They want you to respond so that, they can go back and forth. And some people like that. So, don't give people what they want. That's what I say. Don't give people what they want. Don't let people bait you into making a fool out of yourself. You have to let people be a fool alone. That's it. That's all. And so one thing about this is definitely a character building type of, it's a character building type of situation going on here, because you're learning to be able to listen to things about yourself and then just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Because sometimes another thing that's really important is you got to pay attention to who's saying it. You know, when something is said, you may not like it, but then when you actually sit back and you breathe, you take a couple breaths and count to 10, you notice who is saying it. And when you notice who is saying it, you have to tell yourself sometimes, like, do I care? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, do I care? So that's what I've been doing too. I was going to go live and talk about the saga T upper. I changed my mind. Thanks for the live. I'm going to switch the subject up. That's what's up, Lolo, because you want to know why I say that's what's up. And I'm sure that would have been a really good live. I probably would have been up in there too. But you want to know why I say that's a good thing? I say that's a good thing because there's so many other things going on right now. You know what I mean? There's so many other things going on. And the truest statement that I think that could ever really be made is that, especially like within this sector, when I think about the different CCs, the different content creators, and what I believe that they offer, I think that when you don't, if you think about it, like anything in the world that you don't nourish and that you don't feed is not going to grow. If you don't nourish and feed yourself, you're not going to grow. If you don't nourish and feed, you're not going to grow. If you don't nourish and feed a plant, it's not going to grow. If you don't nourish and feed your mind, it won't expand. So if you don't nourish and feed someone else's negativity, all it's going to do is stay with them. It's not going to grow. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to stay in that one little pocket with them. So if people, I think the more people ignore folks, the more people pretend like they don't hear it, because that's what I do. I hear pretty much everything, but I pretend like I don't. It can't go anywhere. It stays right there with them in their little corner. And after a while, unless they're completely insane, after a while, you know, if people will begin to notice, hey, these people are talking about the same situation, the same people every single day, unprovoked, for no reason. It just keeps on going and going. And eventually it's going to get old. People are going to get tired of it, just like they got tired of the damn saga. You know what I mean? So you just got to let people look a fool. It might take some time, but you got to let people look a fool. And that's just what I see. Hey, Raw Truth, what's going on? Who else came in? Hey, Angela. Hey, Nina. Gloria. Exactly. Because what are they talking about anyway? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's just it's foolish. Like I said, it's foolish at this point. It's foolish, and it really just shows they don't have shit else to talk about. I mean, this is to be honest. And I'm just not just focusing on one person. I'm talking about, you know, just whoever. Like, it don't even matter who it is, just anybody that is like doing that every day. It's just, I think it's pathetic at this. I think it's pathetic if I'm being honest. It's a game to, yeah, I would say a game, and then not only just a game, but also, times are hard for some people. I'm not even trying to be funny, like I mentioned earlier in this live, inflation and, cost of living and unemployment, Some people can't keep a job. Some people can't get a job. Some people have a crazy criminal background, so they can't get hired anywhere. So for a lot of people, YouTube is like a second chance. Maybe not for everybody. Like for me, it's not really like a second chance at anything because I have a job. But some people look at this as their main source of income or their primary source of income. So when something is your primary source of income, if you don't have like the talent, or if you don't have like cover several different topics or several different stories, or you just can't find your niche, so you just get on here and holler and scream and call people names. I mean, if you think about it, some people are just willing to get on here and do and say anything and mess with anybody, degrade anybody, just to make sure that their revenue is maybe over $1,000 or whatever at the end of the month. I don't know. Some people are willing to do that just out of desperation because, you know, that's what it seems like. You know, it seems like desperation. Yeah, rent being raised. You know, people got bills. So sometimes, and that's another reason why I don't respond to everything, because sometimes I think about it like this. I think about it like, get your money, girl. Okay, you calling me all of these names and all of these. I understand, baby. You got that light bill due. Get your money, girlfriend. I get it. You got to call somebody 55 bitches to get to pay your light bill, or you know, if you got to degrade people and, you know, body shame or talk about appearances or dig in people's back or whatever it is that you got to do, you know, get your money, sis. Pay that light bill, pay that gas bill, you know, put some money down on that rent if you behind, because that's what some people are doing. They're just on here to pay their bills. And they don't care who they got to step on, who they got to make fun of, who they got to degrade, how they look, who sees it. I mean, hey, I mean, it's human nature to want to survive. And you know, people say money isn't everything, and it definitely isn't, but I mean, it most definitely helps. And self-preservation is only natural. So if you see that there is a way to get money on YouTube by acting like a complete jackass, I mean, some people are willing to do that. So yeah, that's definitely also what it's about. It's about money as well. So you got to look at it like that. Like ain't no getting through to some people, especially when money is involved. So let me look at any comments that I missed. Some people are scared to move on and grow, scared of losing supporters. And yeah, you know, I'm glad that you said that. You know what, Dreamy Girl, that's another thing. Let me put y'all onto this too. So when it comes to YouTube, especially if you're in a quote unquote sector, meaning that, you know, you don't cover an array of different topics, you cover one particular topic, or if you started out in a sector. Most people, even if they don't want to talk about something anymore, or even if they don't truly believe what they're saying, people are going to say whatever they think that their core audience wants to hear. So if their core audience wants to hear you call another CC 55 bitches, fat asses, ugly, you know, and just basically, you know, try your best to sound like a 10-year-old. If that's what your core audience wants to hear, then most CCs, that's what they're going to do. If my core audience wants to hear that, that's what I'm going to do. If my core audience wants to hear me talk about elevation or religion, that's what I'm going to do. If my core audience wants to hear entertainment news, and I see that that's where I get my views, and that's where I get the most shares, likes, super chats or whatever from, I'm going to do that. Somebody, speaking of super chat, somebody just gave me one and I missed it. Thank you, Nika. I didn't mean to look over that. I appreciate that super sticker. I saw it, but I was talking and I didn't call it out. Thank you. So yeah, that's what people do. So you have to be very careful with really believing what you. A lot of this stuff is entertainment, y'all. Because I mean, when you really think about it, have you, as an adult anyway, like I'm talking like in terms as an adult, have you ever disliked it? Just internet, put the internet to the side. Don't even think about the internet. Think about you living your regular life. In your regular adult life, have you ever disliked someone so bad to where you made the conscious decision to argue with them every single day? Like, just be honest. No, right? No, most grown-ups are not gonna argue with somebody every day just because they don't like them. If I don't like you, then maybe we'll have words, but we have established that we don't like each other. Okay, cool. Now we're moving on. We ain't got to interact. We ain't got to talk. That's what adults do. Kids might fight every day, but adults, they decide they don't like each other and they move on. But on social media is it's a bit different. So on social media, no. In regular life, of course, I wouldn't argue with somebody that I don't like every single day. The same. Of course not. But on social media, I will, because I know my core audience wants to hear that, and I know that I'll get a lot of super chats, super stickers, cash apps, and views if I do it. So obviously, this is not normal. I think that everybody knows that it's not normal to do that. It's just being done for money. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that. You know what I mean? Wake up every morning with somebody with a live title, bitch, this, that, oh, yo, fat ass. Like, come, let's be for real. Like, grown-ups don't do that. Like, let's for real. Like, like I said before, pay that light bill, sis. I see you, boo. Get that money, girl. Because that's what it's about. That's why I don't even get mad no more. I laugh. I be like, ooh, child. Shanta said it's crazy to me because how many times can you say you don't like a person? Damn, we know, move on. And they don't like you either. We are grown women. Just go ahead with your life. Go ahead with your and get your and like I said, y'all, this is gonna be our new saying, okay? When we see stuff like that, we just gonna say, get your money, sis, because we see that's what it is. So just go ahead and get your money, sis. You giving your core audience what they want. See, my core audience, because see, I have over 100 people in here right now. I haven't cursed anybody out. I haven't degraded anybody. I haven't drugged anyone. I haven't called anyone out of their name. But I have over 100 people in here watching me right now because my core audience, my core supporters are not ignorant. So the people that follow me and the people that enjoy my content, for the most part, enjoy intellectual commentary. So they don't want to come in here and hear me calling people the B word, cursing, calling people ugly, calling people animals, fat asses. Most of the people that follow me don't want to hear that. So I don't, so thank God, I don't have to resort to that just to keep a crowd. Because I just probably would, just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm chosen said, I decided I'm going to start going live and saying cuss words. Girl, that's all you got to do. I'm chosen. Just hit that live button and just start saying some cuss words. And I bet you it's going to be a bunch of people that are going to join that live. Girl, you're going to be popping out here on these streets. Okay. That's all you really got to do. Call a couple people ugly, drag a couple people, tell a couple lies, girl. And you're going to be right there. You gonna be cracking. Their channel is gonna be cracking. Okay, I might even be in the comments like, oh shoot, thank you, Josephine, for that $5 super sticker. I appreciate you, girl. I'm chosen said, Upper, if you don't want me to go live and cuss, I need you to give away cash apps. Okay, I'm chosen. I got you, but I kind of do want you to go live and cuss. I'm just saying I ain't gonna do it. Now, what I will admit though is it can be kind of entertaining to watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna do it. Getting my blood pressure up. But it's been a whole lot going on, y'all. This is also, so check it out, y'all. Now, as far as the going live or whatever, I'm probably gonna try my best to go live moving forward, like once a week. Maybe like once a week, maybe twice, I don't know. But I'm gonna try not to do what I did and go 2 whole weeks without saying shit. Like that was just like a detox. Like that was something I just had to do for me. But that ain't gonna be like what I do normally. So, but I'm gonna at least try to be, live like once a week, even if it's like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just a casual conversation or whatever, just to check in with y'all. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to start putting out a little bit more videos. I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm actually working on a video right now, and I've been working on it for a couple days. Reason being is because I keep falling asleep and I get distracted with other things or whatever. And so I have not really been able to finish it, but I'm still working on it, you know. And I'm gonna tell you this, I really enjoy videos. I enjoy, excuse that siren, y'all. When I'm live, if y'all hear sirens and stuff, it's because I live right down the street from a hospital, an emergency room. So y'all gonna hear sirens every now and again. So I apologize for that. But like I was saying, I'm gonna start. I enjoy the videos because it challenges my creativity. You get to play with edits and music and all of that. And then not only that, y'all, but it's peaceful. I'm gonna tell you, I understand why. Hey, Talk with Pimo. What's going on? Keisha got deleted. Keisha did get deleted. We're gonna start over again. We're gonna start over again with a new sim, y'all, because Keisha did get deleted. Hey, Talks with Pimo. Doing videos is very peaceful. And I'm not saying that lives aren't peaceful, because they can be, but I think that videos, I like them, like I said, because it challenges my creativity. And then not only that, because I can just put stuff out and not have to worry about trolls coming into my chat and having to interact with that type of energy, even though I don't really have that many trolls. But then also one thing, of course, maybe you guys haven't noticed, but it's something about me. And it's something about my channel, or my I don't want to say brand, because I'm not a damn celebrity, but what I'm building over here. It's something about me. When I go live, people, and it's not just me, it's other creators too. So I'm not trying to sound all grandiose like it's just me, but people tend to dissect everything that I say. Everything. No matter what it is, I can say it in the nicest way, and somebody will make an issue of whatever I said. That can happen with videos too, but with videos, I'm gonna keep them between maybe 10 and 15 minutes at the longest. So it ain't gonna be too much that you can, dissect. And then, I don't have to, that's the best way I can put it. It's more peaceful, I think. Just put your content out and go on about your business, But like I said, I will be doing, and then I titled this live Casual Chat with Upper Echelon, but I'm gonna come up with a catchier thing where we just have a casual overall conversation. Couple stories that I've been following. Not gonna get into the details. Hold on, let me read these. Yes, because we already get whooped by life. We come here for good, wholesome entertainment, and all back and forth is draining. I'm drained enough by everyday life. It is draining. Couple of stories that I've been following. One of them that I'm really, really interested in and into is the Halle Bailey and DDG quarrel that's going on. And I don't know what side of the fence you guys are on with this whole Halle Bailey and DDG situation. But for me, I am completely on Halle Bailey's side. Now, and I'm not trying to say that I'm choosing, well, I kind of am choosing sides, but I'm gonna say this. I don't think that, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Halle Bailey obviously is a singer. I believe she was Beyonce's protege. Her sister is also a singer, and they were in a group at one point, but now they're I'm gonna pull her picture up. Now they're separate. Her sister's name is Chloe Bailey. Halle Bailey is the one that played the Black Little Mermaid. So let me pull her up for the people that don't know. I hate to be talking about something and then I feel like people don't know what I'm talking about, because I can't assume that everybody does, Let's see if I can pull this up. And then I ain't gonna be on for long because I do have to go get my kids. So this is Halle Bailey. I think that she's a gorgeous girl. I really do. This is Halle Bailey. She was the Little Mermaid. If you guys remember, it was a bunch of controversy on people saying, "Oh, the Little Mermaid was not black," and people were very upset about the fact that she played the Little Mermaid because, as you all know, Ariel was white in the animated version of the Little Mermaid. But people also said, "Come on now, it's a cartoon. What does it matter?" But anyway, that's Halle Bailey, and then Diddy's a really popular streamer. He became popular from creating different streaming on different platforms. He has a YouTube channel. He makes a lot of money. Okay, he makes a lot of money doing streaming. So I want to say that they've been dating now or they had been dating for maybe like 3 or 4 years. They have a little boy named Halo, and now they are no longer together. Now DDG is claiming that Halle Bailey is keeping baby Halo away from him. So he actually went live and he told his audience that he's tired of trying to cover up for Halle Bailey and trying to keep her image clean by keeping his mouth shut about her behavior in their co-parenting relationship. Now, thank you, Humble Me Hype. I appreciate that. I miss you, girl. I miss everybody. I'm back from my hiatus. Thank you, New Beginnings and Rosie, and kids. Thank you. So he says that he's tired of, hiding the fact that, she is very controlling and manipulative behind the scenes and doesn't allow him to see his son when he wants to see his son. He went live and he told his followers that she was doing these things. Okay. But what I find, this is the reason why I say that I'm Team Halle on this. I'm Team Halle on this because a lot of people were kind of confused as to what order, the order of events that things went in. But Halle had actually went live. I don't know if it was live or if it was like a video, but she posted to her Instagram that she was sick with RSV. Baby Halo was sick with RSV. And so she had posted that on her social media platform. Few hours later, DDG then comes and says, oh, I drove all the way to Halle's house and she's not letting me see my son and this and that. And a lot of people were saying, well, Halle just went on her social media platform and she said that she is sick and Halo is sick as well with RSV. So obviously, you wouldn't be able to spend too much time with him because he's not feeling well. So he went on to say that he just wanted to hang out with his son. He didn't even have to be around Halle. He wasn't even going to take the baby out of the house. He was just going to go downstairs and kick it with the baby. But my thing is this. As a young father, I feel that so I'm trying not to show favor to either side. I'm trying to be fair because I get where he's coming from. But I think that what he needs to learn as a young man, and he's a rapper as well. He is a rapper as well. I'm trying not to be so harsh on him because he is young. So what I'll say is that he is going to need to learn that it's no longer about him because he has a desire to spend time with his son and be around his son in that particular moment. But what he's not understanding is that even though you want to see your son, the best decision may be not to see your son because he's not feeling well. And if he has RSV, he's probably not up to hanging out with you or reading a book or playing around or enjoying your company at that time because he's sick. So I think that Halle Bailey was really making the proper call by saying, no, you have to leave. We're both sick. This is not a good time. And DDG made a statement that really stuck out to me when he said, I should be able to see my son whenever I want to see my son. I need to correct him on that. Yes, that would be the ideal situation. The ideal situation would be that you get to see your son whenever you want to see your son. However, if he wanted that type of situation to where he didn't have to travel to see his son, because he also said he lives hours away from Halle. If he wanted that type of situation, he should have gotten married. He should have put a ring on it. And he should have created the type of situation where he could see his son whenever he wants to see his son. But now he has to face reality that he is in a co-parenting situation. And in a co-parenting situation, it's not just about what your time, it's also about her time. So you have to get with her and they're going to have to communicate about schedules and everything like that so that he can decide, hey, when is it a good time for me to get my son? Can I get him on the weekends? Can I get him Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? How are we going to work this out? Because now reality hits. you're not in a situation where you can see him and wake up in the morning to your son every single day because you're no longer with the mom. So I think this is a valuable lesson for a lot of young men, that you have to understand that when you have a baby with a young lady, it's no longer going to be a situation where you have especially if she's the primary parent, where you have all of this control as to when you can see him and when you can't. It needs to be a situation where you guys work together and figure out a schedule. And that's why communication is key. Now, if you're a young man that doesn't have any kids yet, and you don't want that type of situation for yourself, and you want the type of situation where you want to be able to wake up to your children and bathe your children, take them to the park and sit around and watch TV with them and play with them, build blocks with them in the living room without having to travel to get them and bring them back home, then you need to decide whether or not this person that you're sleeping with or in a relationship with, is this the person that you want to have a child with? Because if this person that you're with is not someone that you want to be with long term or marry, then you're going to have to face the reality that you're probably not going to be able to say, I should be able to see my son when I want to. Yes, that's ideal. But if you want that ideal situation, you have to put in the proper steps to have that situation. And that would be to marry the mother of your child. And DDG chose not to do that. Actually, there is a video of DDG a couple years ago when he was still with Halle Bailey. He was in the car with the rapper Blueface. And it's so crazy because when you look at that footage, Blueface was actually warning him, hey, what's gonna happen like if y'all break up? And he was like, DDG said, no, any woman that I'm with, that I have a child with, we together forever. And he said that. And a lot of people are playing that footage back, and I think he commented on that footage recently. But he said, we're going to be together forever, whoever I have a baby with. And now, nobody can predict the future, but now look at where he's at. So let me look at some of these comments. Loveless Taste said, I'm pretty sure he knew that baby was sick before she posted it. Seems like he was clout chasing. Not a Loveless Taste. I agree with that. And you want to know, I'm going to add on to that. Not only do I think he's somewhat clout chasing, but I also, number one, he said that he lives hours away from Halle. So I'm sure that he called her before he actually said that a family member, because they don't communicate according to DDG. According to DDG, they have to communicate through a family member. So a family member will reach out to him and tell him, this is what Halo's available or whatever. Or that same family member will reach out to Halle and tell Halle, hey, DDG is trying to see Halo. So that's how they communicate, because they can't communicate with each other. They don't get along. So he's saying that the family member reached out to him and said, hey, can you go see Halo today? Halo wants to see you. But that's kind of weird, because why would the family member do that without consulting with Halle first? Because the baby lives with Halle. I'm sure she would have told him, hey, Halo is sick. So it's something not right with that story. What it sounds like to me is that DDG wanted to see the baby, allegedly. That's what it sounds like to me. And he didn't care what Halle said. And I believe it sounds like he may have went against her wishes, and she may have told him, hey, don't come out today because we're not feeling well. And he still came out anyway, because that's what it sounds like, because he said he drove hours. So, with a situation where you used to be in a relationship and you're used to having access to a person without having to ask or without getting their permission or just showing up at their door. Once a breakup happens, and even when it's a child involved, you have to work on building boundaries. Because I think that that's what Halle did. I think Halle put up a boundary and said, I said that I'm sick and Halo is sick. So today is not a good day. And it seems to me that DDG did not like that boundary that she put up. So he drove those hours anyway, thinking like, hey, when she sees me at the door, she got to let me in. That's what it sounds like he did. Because I highly doubt that Halle knew he was driving all of that time to get there without telling him that she was sick and that the baby was sick. So one thing about it is, when a relationship is over with, it's very important to put those boundaries in place, just like you put boundaries in place when you get into a relationship. Because for some people, you have to let them know, no, you can't just come to my house when you feel like it. No, you can't call me any time of the day. No, you can't just randomly FaceTime me. No, I don't want you communicating with me through social media. Stop talking to my family members. Stop, don't show up at my job. No, I don't want you to text me good morning. Some stuff you have to let some people know. Hey, it's over, and these are the new boundaries. And I think that that's the space that Halle and DDG are in now. Also, hate to throw it out there, but I never liked them as a couple anyway. I did not think that they were a match. I did not think that he was good. I don't want to say good enough. I just didn't think that they were a match. I'll leave it at that. I mean, you know. True Slayer said DDG said this has been going on for a long time. Like before Halo was sick, he said he can't keep him no longer than 48 to 72 hours like Halle does this often to hurt him. Who knows what's true? I think a lot of stuff is definitely going to come out in the wash. So we shall see. We shall see. Thank you, Robin Lots, for that cash app. Appreciate you, girl. Hey, ML. Thank you, Candy Kisses. Amelia, hey, Amelia. Amelia said, hey, Upper in chat. Miss you, girl. Miss you, too. She probably told him he wasn't getting in, but he didn't want to listen. That's what I think probably happened as well. Dreamy Girl said, yes, he doesn't like boundaries. He likes to get his way, it seems. And then another thing that I noticed, let me tell you something, DDG is going to lose when Halle Bailey moves on and finds her another, because this is what I envision for Halle. What I envision is that Halle is going to eventually start to date again. And I think that she is going to find a top-notch, high-value, super rich, super famous actor to date and to be with. And I think that that's what's going to happen for her. And the reason I say that is because I don't know her personally. All I can tell you is what I see from what she exposes to the media. She seems like a super sweet girl. Even if she is, nobody's always sweet. You know, everybody has their stuff with them. But she also is very talented. She's very well spoken. She carries herself well. I like her image. I really, really do. And I think that she's going to find someone possibly in the industry that matches her fly, that matches her look. That's what I think is going to happen. DDG, I never felt like was for her. If you look at his behavior now, I mean, you can't fault him because he's still young. But I feel like he purposely puts all of these different women on his live streams on purpose to piss her off. Like, it was at a certain point where people weren't even sure if Halle and DDG had broken up or not. Like, are they broken up? Are they together? What's going on? And he was already putting all of these different girls on his live stream. And a lot of people had questions like, is he still with Halle, or are they broke up, or what? And then it finally came out that he had posted a tweet basically saying that they had went their separate ways, that they'll always be family, or whatever the case is. Chit Chat, hey, Chit Chat with Nitra. She said, hey, Upper, I'm on her side, but I was kept from my dad until I was 18. So I'm kind of feeling him as well, and maybe because of my own experience. You know what, Chit Chat? That, I'm going to say this, right? There are moms out there to do that. And what I'm going to say is that it is possible that Halle is doing that. Now, I think that it may be true that she doesn't let DDG spend as much time as he wants with the baby. I can believe that, actually. But what I will say is I could be wrong, but I don't think that it's for a malicious reason. I don't think it's for a malicious reason. I think that she's doing it possibly, and if she is doing this, she's going to have to learn better too. I think that she's doing it because she is concerned about the welfare and safety of the baby. I know y'all thinking like, what? But if you watch DDG's live streams, and if you watch like what he what DDG what am I trying to say? If you see what he exposes that little baby to, I can see Halle being disturbed by that, because DDG and Halle are two very different people. And that's why I say that I never thought that they were a good match. There was at one time that Halle actually went to the internet and she made it clear that she did not like the fact that DDG had taken baby Halo on live stream with Kai Cenat. Now, during that live stream, it was just crazy, okay? If anybody's ever watched Kai Cenat's live streams, it'd be crazy, right? No place for a little baby. During that live stream, it was a big boom, 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 bang, to where nobody knew what it was, and to the point where DDG had to pick up the baby and say, nah, I'm gonna get out of here with my son. What's going on? And the baby looked scared. It was like it almost sounded kind of like a gunshot or explosions. I don't know. But the baby was terrified. You could see it. And even I was concerned, like, why does he have that baby on live stream with Kai Cenat? It's not a child-friendly type of environment. And I think Halle, she came back eventually and apologized for bringing her concerns to the internet, because she felt like that was wrong. But I can see why she was concerned. And so what I'll say about that is that's why I think that she's very cautious about letting the baby go with DDG, because he just one of them dads where he just want to do what he want to do. He don't want to hear no compromising. He think he the daddy, he can do what he want. And he has to mature a little bit to understand that they have to come to a consensus on how they're going to raise this baby. Hey, Spicy. Because it's certain things that Halle thinks is inappropriate, and certain things that DDG thinks is not such a big deal. So that's another thing, like, obviously, before you have children, when you're deciding who you're going to procreate with, you got to think, like, what are my values? What are my core values? What do I believe in? What do I think is okay, appropriate, safe? And then you look at this the person that you're dating or that you're considering having a child with. And if you see that their values, their core beliefs, and what they think is okay and not okay is completely different from what you think. So you have to, I know that they're so young, they probably didn't even think about all of that, because I've been there, okay? But that is definitely something that you have to consider when having a child. Otherwise, you're going to clash. There's going to be things like that, he's going to think is okay that you don't think is okay. And when you're co-parenting, sometimes you do have to just let go and say, you know what? Now is not my time. It's their time with the baby. And unfortunately, we're not together. So I have to allow them to make certain decisions without me giving my input, as long as it's not dangerous. You know what I mean? So there's that. So I think that she has some maturing to do, some understanding that she needs to get. And I think that DDG has some growing up to do as well, because I'm sorry, but I just cannot get with the fact that he went publicly and did that, because, he has an image as well. Hold on, y'all. But come on now, damn well that your baby mama, my bad, y'all, that your baby mama is the Little Mermaid. Thank you, Deborah Turner, for that Cash App. I appreciate it. So I just think it was wrong. I think what he did was wrong, for him to go and say that this was his last resort, as if, and then even a lot of people were not agreeing with him. He got a lot of backlash because, there was another way you could have done that. And a lot of people were saying, like, DDG, I see you on live stream with your son all the time. I'm like, so you mean to tell me because this particular time you didn't get your way, it was serious enough for you to get on live and try to totally trash her image and possibly affect her career because you didn't get your way? Not only did you do that just because you didn't get your way, but also, come on. The baby is sick. The baby was sick. Do you want to hang out when you sick? He talking about, I just wanted to hang out. The baby don't want to hang out. The baby has RSV. So it seems to me, like I said, he seems very selfish. So there's that, y'all. I got to get off because I got to go pick my kids up and I got other stuff I got to take care of. So I really appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I got some videos that I'm coming. Yeah, your baby mama, the Little Mermaid. You can't be acting like that out here. So thank you for kicking it with me. This was a cool discussion. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this at least once a week. I really don't know what day of the week. It'll probably switch up, but at least for like an hour, just do a quick catch up. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I know I've been gone for a couple weeks, so I'm glad that we were able to just pick up right where we left off. I miss you guys a lot, and please, before y'all leave, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for the donations to my channel, the super chats, super stickers, and cash apps. It did not go unnoticed. And for those of you who were unable to send a monetary donation to my channel, thank you for hitting the live button or the like button. And thank you for your view. I will see you guys next week. Maybe this weekend, who knows? You know, if I get to pop out more than one time a week, that's cool too. But also keep your eyes open for any videos that I put out. I'm working on one now. And yeah, just support the video. Support the different content that us CCs are put out. Because you know, we want to put out different things as well and challenge ourselves as well. And we want to see that we're going to be supported in doing that. So again, thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you guys soon. All right, peace.